Just started as I wanted to do today ना थोड़ा set करके yesterday so waiting for inaugural people to come at the time. So after the presentation we will start. So 10 minutes we will start and address the practical time.
It will happen because I cover only one type of
मैंने all participants को list किया outstation का कितना है. Actually they should stay in the guest house because of financial implications. So हम अभी list किए some people are there in Ghaziabad so why they are considered as ये दो इसमें so हम download as we list उनको कितने वो तीनों नाम कौन है पूरा कंटेंट
हेलो 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 हेलो
Sir, we have got 50 names as non-local participants. All non-local participants, whoever's name has come, even if it is Delhi NCR. As per the headquarters list, you are expected to stay only in the guest house. It is having financial implications and we will have administrative issues. Please, you have to shift those 4 people or 5 people who have not reported it in the guest house should come with your luggage tonight to back the guest house. Because we are sitting at headquarters also. Whatever communication gap is happening within your side, we are not responsible. Because we have given clear instructions from NCRT side. I've already discussed with your headquarters also, they have also understood this. So all the people who have not reported, please come with your luggage by night back to the guest house. Otherwise, we need to report to your headquarters about this because we have difficulty in that. So kindly ensure that your night back in this. I'll check your name in which list.
Shall we start?
Yeah. Can I request everyone to please wind up? Please close your laptops. Please save your work. Close your laptops.
Miss Nikita, Dr. Sayada and Miss Preeti Mishra.
Only these 3 names have come to us as local participants. Could you hear it?
Nitika
Nitika ma'am?
Dr. Sayada and Miss Preeti.
Only these 3 names have come to us as local participants. All others are expected to stay in the guest house. So kindly report by night in the guest house for your group. Okay? Yeah. Can I request everyone to close your laptop, please? We'll continue with the session. Whatever pending works we have, we will try to close it today in the next session so that we close all the work so that tomorrow there won't be any carry forward work. Okay? So we are moving to the next technical session on development of e-content in an online course. So yesterday we started to understand we can curate content. If any material resource is required for an online course, you can curate it. If it is not available, you need to create it. Right? So from this session we are going to learn what is creation all about. So morning we understood already about curation. So now we are moving to creation. So in a course, in any online course, as per the garments format, there are 4 quadrants. In any online course, there is minimum of 4 quadrants.
Thanks.
First quadrant is e-tutorial. Can I request everyone to close your laptop? First quadrant is e-tutorial, which is basically in a classroom a teacher will teach. There are some content teacher will teach, right? So the same thing what teacher is doing in the class will be recorded in the form of videos. Those are called as e-tutorials. In our class there are lots of resources which we give to students to learn by themselves. Maybe a textbook is there, there can be a supplementary resource, there could be some additional graphics which could give. So all that are put in quadrant 2 called e-content. So the first quadrant is e-tutorial, which is basically what the instructor wants to communicate to the student. Second quadrant is e-content, which could be used for self-learning. Third quadrant is basically a discussion forum, where the interaction can be anywhere. That's a third thing, which is called as discussion forum. The fourth quadrant is assessment. These are the major 4 quadrants as per the government decision of courses. Minimum this 4 quadrant has to be there. There can be under e-content multiple e-content, but minimum this 4 category of resources should be there. Then only we can meet the mini definition of online course. We have done it. So what we are going to learn now is how to do this 4. One by one we are going to learn. So we are starting with the second quadrant, which is development of e-content, and also we will be discussing about the discussion forum, which is the third quadrant. So second and third quadrant is what we are going to discuss now. So we have with us Dr. Monica Nagpal. She was part of CIT earlier. She worked in the capacity of ad hoc assistant professor, and she was also sometimes as a consultant here. Now she works as a visiting professor in MIT University, Pune, and she is here with us to take us through this session. So I hand over the session to her, and welcome to you.
Thank you, Dr. Angel. And very good afternoon to one and all here. It's always pleasure to be back in your, not I'll say office now, another home for me. Such a lovely place where I think I've learnt a lot, and maybe I've made others learnt a lot with Dr. Angel. So first of all, my question to all of you is, which language would you be comfortable in? Completely English, mix of English and Hindi, more of Hindi? Mix is okay with everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am? Okay. I need to, because since KV is spanned over across India, so we need to consider each and everyone here. So, not very difficult, a very easy topic for today and very interesting one. What is e-content? We need to understand first, and then we will move into all the directions that what all can be prepared as e-content. This would be an interactive session. ठीक है, इसी पे कर लूँ? उन्होंने बोला उस पे कर लीजिए. So what is e-content? You all have to answer. Even if it is after lunch session, I will not say that you are going to sleep. I will not allow you to sleep. E-content from this side. What is e-content?
Material available digitally.
Material available digitally, electronically. You were saying something?
That can be accessed anywhere, from anywhere.
Anywhere.
Electronically available on the instructional experiences.
First of all, digital material. Second is anytime, anywhere.
Electronically available instructional experiences.
Electronically available, that is of course covered in digital and anywhere and anytime. And then one point the sir said, second point, what is that, sir?
Instructional experiences.
Instructional experience. Digital material can be anything, the reels you scroll. So we are not going to talk about that. But although that is also anything we are watching on Instagram or Facebook Facebook or any like on WhatsApp University also is also digital. Okay, so we are very much clear that what it can be. From a larger perspective, anything which can be accessed digitally and is helping us in instructions, whether giving or taking, it is e-learning. Yes? Now examples of e-learning, e-content. I would want who have not spoken till now will speak.
Online books available.
E-books,
Articles available.
online articles, anything?
Videos.
E-newsletter.
Podcast, it may be videos also.
Podcast, audios,
Blogs.
simulations. It's not stimulation, it's simulation. Stimulus variation is a skill in our B.Ed which we learn. Simulation is available for stimulation.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
E-newsletter.
E-newsletter, blogs,
E-magazines.
E-books,
e-books, e-magazines,
apps,
apps.
different apps for client.
For, matlab, we have to understand that the
Content.
kind type of content they are giving us. That's just a platform, right?
Games, different games are there for educational.
Games, yes, because we are more talking about somewhere or the other e-text. You take e-book, you take blog, everything is e-text. I'm putting it in one category. Then somebody said video. Yes, that's an important e-tutorial we have. Then we have, somebody said podcast, that is also e-content. And now games. Anything else?
Quizzes.
Quizzes, yes. What else? Educational, what? Quiz, okay. This side, yes, huh? E-portals. Containing different type of material. I am asking about that type of material. A little specific. Anyone from back side here? पीछे वाले चुप नहीं रह सकते हैं, मैं वहीं आ जाऊंगी. ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज में तो है मैम, पर क्या मेरे कान बहुत अच्छे. Animations, see, nobody said this. This is such a simple thing. We are watching it regularly.
Infographics,
Infographics. Now at least I'm finding my answers.
Audiobooks,
Audiobooks, very good.
interactive content like word search.
Yes, very good. So why do you think I'm asking you all these questions? Why can't I answer it directly?
Because we are already aware of those things, but
We have previous knowledge.
You have previous knowledge, plus when you will speak, you will remember. If I will speak, you will sleep. Right? So, your engagement is most important during this session. Any other e-content left for discussion?
PPTs.
PPTs, yes. PPT is a very good combination. It's an old resource, we all know it from ages now. But it is a very good combination of text, images, animations, infographics, and audio also. Even that transitions, the beautiful transitions they have. We have now new varieties, so now we are just putting it in the back pocket. No, it's important. So, why I probed you, one reason you have told that we are all on the same page, you all remember these types. The other reason is that we should, once we say it, once we hear it, we are aware that we are not forced to use any one kind of e-content. Okay? So somebody says we will be talking about आज हम अगर mind map बनाएंगे तो only mind map is the e-content? No. Of course, in the paucity of time, we can't create everything today. But they all are e-content and you can, as a teacher, use them. Nobody is going to stop. Somebody may prompt you, ये तो नहीं होता है, but your confidence on this, that this is e-content. And I am going to present the variation of content, will answer this. So here you are not just learning the online course creation, but to present it, to defend it, how we are going to create any kind of content. So whatever has not been discussed, virtual labs, right, or other interactive activities which are done through different softwares, all of that is e-content. So never limit that this is just an initiation, whatever is happening here. One tool, one software, one activity. This is just initiation. You can go, I mean, sky is the limit. Especially in the digital age, AI age, I can't tell you the tools. I'm nobody to tell you. You might be knowing more tools than me now. Okay? So now we'll be moving towards what all we are going to discuss today. So first of all, this I think we have discussed that what is e-content. Without these terms, ma'am is sleeping in the day, in the row one. I'm not going to look at her. Okay, so this definition you yourself have given. Digitally, that can be used to achieve instructional this thing. This was given by you, I did not show it to you. You might be thinking ma'am is wasting a lot of time, but now you'll realize. The next one, you understand what is e-content, examples, e-text, video. You have given more than them. You can use it individually, one resource, one type of e-content, or multiple together. If you look at this one resource also, video, is it just one? This is multiple resources together. Because whatever we have discussed, we can bring it in video. Even the interactivity, we can make the video interactive. We can bring infographic, we can bring all that you text, we can bring text, we can bring PPTs, we can bring audio, everything we can bring in the one resource. So that is also one of the resource, but individually every resource is there with us. Now, why do we need e-content? Stop looking at the PPT, you all know it. You are the teachers who are actually teaching it, so you know why we need e-content.
Sometimes to make the concept more clear and interesting.
More clear, interesting, time-saving, interactive,
For developing courses.
for developing courses, yes.
Self-learning.
Geographically access.
Self-learning, geographical access. पीछे की रो क्यों चुप है? सब आंसर करेक्ट है, मान के चलिए आज के सेशन में। मैं उसको कनेक्ट करके करेक्ट कर दूंगी, आप बता दीजिए बस। ठीक है? तो अब आपको पता चला कि जो हमारे बोलते हैं कि वो है ना कि एक सेंसेस से हम जितना सीखते हैं, मोर सेंसेस एंगेज्ड एंड वी लर्न मोर। आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू द कोड। तो ई कंटेंट से हम ज्यादा सेंसेस को एंगेज कर रहे हैं, पहली चीज। दूसरा, हम एक एलिमेंट है we all deal with, one is the brain, intellect, the second is the मन। हम मन के साथ भी खेल रहे हैं, क्योंकि बच्चे बोर हो जाते हैं या हम भी बोर हो जाते हैं। आप एक रील देखिए,
हम ई-कंटेंट डेवलप करने के लिए जिस मल्टीमीडिया का यूज करते हैं ना, तो उसमें सबसे ज्यादा इफेक्टिव पार्ट हमारे इमेजेस का होता है, बिकॉज़ आवर माइंड ऑलवेज प्रोसेस इमेज नॉट टेक्स्ट। और जैसे अगर मैं आपको बोलूं आम, तो किसी के दिमाग में आ और मां नहीं आया होगा, सबके दिमाग में इमेज आई होगी। सो ऑलवेज वी प्रोसेस इमेज बाय माइंड।
मेरे मुंह में पानी आया बस। इमेज भी देखने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी। So to bring the boredness of the classroom also, simply sometimes we change. कुछ नहीं है, बोर्ड पे भी मैं ब्लैक बोर्ड पे भी वही चीज आपको बता सकती हूँ, but I'll bring PPT with music. I'll simply make my class play a game. वो भी कंटेंट है, but that's just not e-content. अगर मैं ऑनलाइन गेम चला दूं तो वो e-content। वो होगा क्या, हो सकता है उस वक्त उससे कोई नहीं पढ़ेगा। फर्स्ट गो इट्स लुकिंग लाइक अभी कोई बाहर से आएगा, वो लोग ये लोग तो गप लगा रहे हैं, कोई पढ़ नहीं रहा है यहाँ पे, है ना? ऐसा ही लगेगा ना। मोस्टली ऐसा होता है that when we go to the school, this class which is very loud, हमें लगता है they are not studying, but they might be the most engaged one. So we are trying to bring the stimulus variation to satisfy our mind also, not just the intellect. That content we have to deliver always. So here, if we focus, we are focusing on different aspects of the brain with images, sometimes with music, sometimes with a game, sometimes with interactive. All that will make it easier for the learner to be engaged with that content. When he will be engaged, he will remember it. If I tell you how to make dal, take 1 bowl of dal, boil it in 4 times water or 5 times water or 6 times water, depends on the thickness or thinness you want. Then you heat some oil, add some masalas into it. You will not remember it. Some part you will remember. But once you do it, once you make the mistake, then you will remember it fully. That is the engagement. That is the experiential learning. So, of course, if I say in science, I can't make them do everything because it can be dangerous. But then the aim of these resources comes in. So once we said that it's only for the engagement mind, sometimes to learn it properly, we are serving each of the individual also. Here, you are coming from different states, different places, different language backgrounds, but I am trying to serve the content to all of you so that nobody is going that ये session बेकार था या मुझे ये content समझ ही नहीं आया. Not me, every instructor will try to do that so that all of you are engaged and all of you are benefited. That is why you are here, that is why I am here. Then we can have other reasons that if we are introducing something technical, something new, something difficult, the child will not just learn the content. So if I am bringing virtual labs to them, they will not just do the lab. Some of the children will try to understand how the backend works. Depends on the interest. If I bring infographics, one of them who will be good in drawing maybe would explore some tools of doing the infographics. So you can imagine the e-content is not serving at one level, just to teach or just to engage. But maybe we are deciding or we are giving them way for their future, that in which direction they want to move in. If they will not have that exposure, they will not know we can get into this direction also. The course now, Dr. Angel mentioned that I am teaching. What is that course? That is MSc in e-learning. That's a new course. It's there in 2-3 universities. They are learning it for 2-3 years. What you are learning in a session. So that means it is a career opportunity. It's a very big career opportunity. So yes, coming back to the presentation, it makes the complex concepts easy to understand. Sometimes the concepts which we can't, they are very abstract. We can make them slightly concrete with the help of augmented reality. Say for example, internal part of the body, we can't show them in the school level. So what we can do, we can take help of augmented reality, good videos which are covered. That helps to make those abstract concepts which there is a kidney, what is kidney looking like, I don't know. Heart हम लोगों ने तो यही सीखा है अभी तक. But that has a different shape altogether. So to understand that, to arise the curiosity amongst learners, e-content is very useful. Now, as a teacher, how are you going to use e-content? So now we have to change this topic also, because now we are doing it for an e-course, online course. In presence, I can say that I will use for explanation, I will use for this. But how are you going to do it in e-course? That you have to see. Your main content can be a video, your main content can be e-text, but you can supplement it with infographic, you can supplement it with interactive, You can have the assessment through different quizzes, different platforms of quizzes. You can, whatever can be brought into your platform, because that should support also. So all these, we know how we want to supplement it, we want to complement it. Supplement, complement to pata hai na? So how we are going to integrate it, or we are going to make it the main point, main content itself, infuse it, that the e-text become the secondary content, up to us to decide. Are we going, the child has learned the e-text, now if they see, it will reinforce the learning. If they see, or if they read this infographic, they will have some added knowledge. All of this will happen. Or, if they see both these together, their learning will be much more permanent. So this is, we have to decide how we are going to use that e-content in our course. In our classroom, we can say for engaging, for initial attention, or we can do it for exploration, we can do it for explanation, we can do it for assessment, we can use it for recapitalization. Say for example, you have taught a topic in the class. Now you want to judge it. What you will do? How you will assess? What you do generally to assess? By asking questions. Anything else? Quiz. Okay. Anything else? Through worksheets.
Group discussion.
Pen paper test. Group discussion. Very good. Anything else? Situational question. Applicational questions.
Demonstration.
Demonstration.
Story in their words.
In their words, all the explanation.
Project assignment.
Project and assignment, that will be little later. I am saying recapitulation, revision. That can happen then and there. Can I ask somebody that you make a group of 4 and make a mind map of this concept? If they make the mind map or the flow chart also, you will know that where they have not understood. Without employing any software. If we have a software, if we have that facility, very good. But a pen and paper and a mind map or a flow chart itself can tell you without a word or expression that who have not understood that. Such a brilliant way of assessing us that whether we have taught it correctly or not. Right? So that if we know that this is the technique, then only we can employ it in course also. Maybe after e-text, you can, towards the end, you can tell the students, now you create the mind map. Even if we are not right now checking it, maybe they can do it in discussion forum. You create a mind map and share it in the discussion forum. You try and find out. Can't this be employed? Yes. Is it limited to explanation or learning? No. So any tool can be used for any purpose. It is only our block that this tool is useful here. So this we have done direct teaching, supported teaching, self-learning. We also are learning through the e-content. When I joined CIT, I was given a session. I said, sir, give me some time because preparing is one part, taking a session is a different part. That too with teachers. So he said, now you have stepped in. You have no option. But then, that was the initiation, or you will say that was the confidence they showed in each one of us here that we could be in front of you and speak that much. With experience, of course, everybody learns a lot, but much is learned from you also because you also give such good inputs. This again we have discussed, so I'm not getting into detail. Weblink was one thing which we left. Weblink can again, it's a link. It can have again multiple resources which we have already discussed. Now coming to one of the e-content, which is e-text, which is a main one quadrant of our SWAYAM course. Right now we are focusing on SWAYAM. but you may have your own platform also later on. So in that also we are definitely going to have one text document. So never think that here we are, whether we are here for Swayam or not. This is going to be used in every online course you do. You open edX, you will find a text, you will find a video, you will find other varieties of content.
So what edX?
edX platform, Coursera, any you find out. You'll find different courses there, and a few of the things will be common. Many will be added by instructor. So this is one very important and very common, because we come from this mindset of reading books, which is a very good mindset, I think, because that gives you a lot of focus. This device is either this or this. They are very distracting, because we have got thousands of things here in one button, here in one click. In the book, we will be there in one chapter or the other. Anything to laugh at now? Okay. No, I thought some good example or something will be coming. Okay, so e-text, we are, I think, very much clear that based on a topic, we are going to create that textual document, and nothing, I mean, I cannot tell a teacher that what it will contain. It can have a simple document of a topic, or if it's a bigger course, it can have the whole ebook with it. E-text can also be, or ebook can also be as a supplementary material, because we give them one material which has to be done as a course, which will be covered in the quiz or assessment part, but we give them some extra reading also. Whoever is interested in whichever topic wants to go a mile ahead, they can read that. So not just the main material, but the supplementary material can be our textual material. It can be ebook, it can be e-text, it can be some web link for the textual material, some good blog, everything can come here.
Ma'am,
Yes?
ma'am, will you consider web link as e-content or as a means to access e-content?
See, now if I've just created a web link for a textual document, then it's a main content. Because if I'm sharing a Google Doc with you through a link, then it becomes a direct e-content. But if I'm sharing a website, maybe say Diksha, then it's a portal, I have access, but I am sharing it with the purpose to access that particular content. So, a very good question, because all these resources can be a web link or can be a direct resource.
हम लिंक को QR में भी कन्वर्ट कर सकते
हाँ, of course.
हैं. That's also.
That is actually web link. लिंक को QR किया तो कैसे भी प्रेजेंट किया, रीच तो वही है ना.
लिंक तो वही है.
अभी क्या है, वेब लिंक डिफिकल्ट है. मैं ड्राइव का लिंक दूंगी, PDF पे है, अगर मान लो प्रिंट हो गया तो आप उसको वापस क्लिक नहीं कर सकते. बट अगर QR है तो हम स्कैन कर सकते हैं. That's slightly more user friendly, I will say. प्लस हमें अभी थोड़ा सा आफ्टर दिस पेमेंट मेथड ज्यादा QR फ्रेंडली हम लोग हो गए. उससे पहले उतने नहीं थे.
लिंक जो विकिपीडिया वाला साइट में आता है, सीमलेस लिंक कनेक्शन रहता है, तो उस बेसिस पे हम उसको ई कंटेंट मान सकते हैं. इसको विकिपीडिया पे एक को लिंक करेंगे तो दूसरा साइट पे ले जाता है.
विकिपीडिया में हम उसको ई कंटेंट मानते हैं, बट वो वेरीफाइड हम नहीं.
URL नहीं रहता.
हाँ, बट हम उसमें उसको ना वेरीफाइड ई कंटेंट नहीं मानते हैं, बिकॉज आपने जो लिंक दिया, बाय द टाइम द पर्सन इज गोइंग टू ओपन इट, that text may change a little bit, because it's open for editing. It's a open source content. So if I go to Wikipedia and I register myself as editor, and I find the fact is somewhere misleading, or I think that this fact is not true, I will change it according to my ability. Now when it will get reviewed, or so that way, yes, we definitely refer to Wikipedia as an educational resource, but you should always verify it through some more authentic and research-based resource. That's one good thing also, that it is an open source document. Anyone can come and edit with that knowledge background. But again, then if we are sharing it with our learners, then it becomes slightly, the curation part becomes slightly risky. That if it changed, then the intent of sharing by us was changed. Maybe you have shared it for some good image, that image has been deleted. So that you have to be very careful. You can rather compile it in a different way and share it. Now, e-text, when we talk about, does it say that we can't include an image in that? Does it say that we can't include an infographic in that? No. We have the liberty, especially till image and this, so there is no problem at all. You add as many images as you want in that. What images will do? They will break the monotony of the textual reading, first of all. Then, of course, images speak louder than words. Understanding will be more. Infographics convey more information in one image than the text because it's going to give the whole data which otherwise I will not even understand. Any data you say, population data or any other data which will be very good represented through charts and graphs. So all this is part of images. First of all images, then images will be a part of text. Okay, so when you are planning your text, I am going to discuss the steps also, that how you are going to prepare the content that will be valid for each type of content. But here I am just trying to make our textual material more effective and more engaging. You can definitely add an audio also nowadays, but then if you are sharing it on your platform and it supports, then it's okay. If it doesn't support, then it will become a problem. So that we will cover how we can cover that. So first of all, we can include as many visuals we want in the textual material. Visuals are categorized in two parts. One is the images we click, the photographs. The another one is we create graphics, infographics, charts, maps, everything now will start coming. So first is we clicked, second is we created. Now they can be also categorized, but in simple words, graphics are created through different softwares and applications. I will tell you a few of them. You can go back and explore them. Then now GIFs are there. GIF again, if you are including in the textual document, we have to be careful for the platform to support. Always keep it in mind that whenever you go back, look at the feasibility of platform. And if you have the authority, if you want, then you can get these features added that they support it. You understanding? So charts, graphics, infographics, images, even somebody draws nicely, you can click that. Now it's not limited to that 1 person or 20 person who are seeing it. We can have a good image of it and then we can post it. Illustrations, everything is a good example which can be included in my text document content to make it more effective and engaging. Images we have discussed. Now infographics are also 20 types. These are only few of them. For social sciences, timeline is a very good way. You understand timeline, everyone? Yes. What is timeline? Chronology, yes. So, for history, it works very effectively. Not just for history, even in sciences. But because history we stuck up कि इसमें तो कोई resource नहीं चलता है, तो I am taking that example. Process, we all know, flow chart type of that process we can show, circular, this way. Informational, we are giving, say for example COVID times, we have seen a lot of infographics which were informational. What all you need to do, how you need to do, all was given. So we have seen all those examples. Map is also an infographic. List, very well aware, list we do it in every content we create, we do it in PPT also, that is also list, infographic. Comparison is very important. Comparison, you can call it comparison or difference. Both will work together in the same type of infographic. Flowchart and process. We can say they are mostly similar. That whichever type of process it is, we can use that kind of chart. So you see that for one text we have 10 types of images. Amongst that one type of image we have 10 types of infographic which we can include. So now you don't have to make it one that I include only an image which is available on Google. No. You can create these infographics. You know any software or any application through which you can create infographics?
Canvas.
Very good. Yes, Canva provides us feature account also. Quite a lot freemium available for us. We can use Canva for creating all these types of infographics. For timeline, you have got different softwares also. Only for timeline also. I am not recalling the name. Something from P it starts. You give only the instruction. It's an AI based timeline. You give the proper title or proper clue, it will create the whole timeline. You can edit it. Of course, you need to edit it. Perplexity is an overall tool. There are many tools. That is why I'm not getting into the tools. Canva, because we all know, I knew this answer will come, I took it. AI, there are as many answers as we are. So I'm not getting into it, but yeah, you can use them, but always review it. I'm focusing on it. Whenever you are using AI, go for it, but review your content. And always give credit for that portal also. Wherever, so this applies to anything. You are using any portal, any content. Minimum you can do is to give the credit. This presentation is not mine. This is by CIT. Because we are following a pattern that should not be missed. If I will cover all these points in a different pattern. I may miss one or two types. They should not be missed. So it's a common presentation. I am giving the credit. Always, as a teacher, if you do it, the learner will do it. If the learner will do it, we will have a good ethical standards amongst our learners also. Next is interactive resources. This is slightly away, we are getting away from the e-text now. Although it's a e-content, but it will not be a part of e-text. If it becomes a part of e-text, that will become interactive text or interactive ebook. Then we should have a supportive system for that. I can show you at the later stage, I can show you a few examples of interactive textbook also. So now, what is interactive resource? Leave it here. You have the answer. Again, I will say.
So the user can give the input to get the response.
Okay. I want the back. What is interactive? Anything. What do you think interactive means?
That should be more effective.
Video games,
it's a bylaw, it's not a formal
मैडम कुछ इनपुट दो आउटपुट देखिए हमें
Okay.
We get feedback and we give input.
Okay. Sorry?
Session one,
Okay. Yes.
where we are responding.
Very good example that we are interacting here. Wherever we are interacting. I am तो interacting.
कुछ प्लेटफॉर्म ऐसे हैं जिसमें हम ऑनलाइन क्विज़ेस कंडक्ट कराते हैं।
हाँ।
पार्टिसिपेंट अटेम्प्ट करने के बाद मॉडरेटर के पास रहता है कि वो फीडबैक दे सके उसको।
Yes. Very good.
Interactive participation.
Yes. So, if it was only me speaking, then it's not interactive. If you are also engaging, then it is becoming interactive. Now, if ma'am will also speak, then it will become further more interactive. She's not speaking anything.
Me?
Yeah. No. Second row. What is interactive? What do you think? What is your understanding?
Interactive means in which there is not one-way communication. The person who is listening is also responding and participating in the debate and discussion that is going on. So that is interactive.
Sir,
A lot of interaction is going on between the
next question is to you. Have you seen any software, any application which is interactive?
Various videos, they are reviews from the audio side and the information from the video side.
Okay. Slightly less interactive. It's a more reviewed based content, but I'm saying interactive. That's a whole meeting itself. I'm content I'm talking about. Let me see who has not spoken. Sir, आप बताएंगे. Second row. Google आगे. Google बहुत बड़ा है. Google संसार है. Virtual assistant. Oh, virtual assistant. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. आपका मैं वेट कर रही हूँ. आप बताइए. Mentimeter, very good.
मैडम बैकग्राउंड करके मतलब आता है.
Playground is quizzes, right?
Adobe Express.
Yes.
Adobe Express.
Adobe Express.
Elastic peer assessment tool is there.
Wordball game. Wordball, yes, very good. आपने सेशन में लिया क्या पहले वही? Wordball बड़ा specific है. हाँ. Quizlet, yes, very good. Padlet, very good. So सब चाहते हैं ना? मेरा मतलब नहीं था. मुझे कुछ नहीं पूछना था. मुझे लगा कुछ लोग थोड़े से सो रहे हैं, तो मैंने उनको जगा दिया.
Kahoot भी आएगा.
Kahoot, yes, Kahoot is.
Chatbot.
चैटबॉट और पीछे किसी ने बोला था, बट चैटबॉट से हम इंटरैक्ट क्या कर रहे हैं? इट्स जस्ट अ कम्युनिकेशन. हम बात कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए मैंने शुरू में बहुत स्पेसिफाई किया था कि वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एजुकेशन. Don't forget that. If chatbot is teaching us something and we are interacting question answer, then it is. But generally chatbots are not that.
तो वो e-content में आएगा, किस में आना चाहिए?
Chatbot नहीं है. Chatbot is just to assist us on the website, maybe to answer our queries. मैं अभी वो हम लोग का इंटरनेट था हैक हुए, तो उसकी कंप्लेंट मैं चैटबॉट से ही करती थी. मतलब उतना ही है, उसकी फिक्स्ड लाइंस हैं. Interactivity means that I can give my answer. वहाँ पे आंसर although quiz वगैरह में भी फिक्स्ड है, but then we have choice. Duolingo app, yes. It is a big interactive application for language learning. Yes, very good. So the purpose is achieved. मैं कोई एप्लीकेशन डिस्कस नहीं कर रही थी यहाँ पे. मैं किसी को प्रमोट नहीं कर रही हूँ. So we can have interactive quizzes through different quiz platforms which we have just heard, whether it's Quizlet, Quizzes, Vagrant now, Kahoot, or Mentimeter is basically for polling, Padlet for reviews, for opinions. Yes, we can use all of them. Then we have interactive graphics, or you can call it infographics, that we can have an image. We can have explanatory hotspot on the image, that you click the hotspot, some information will appear. That is interactive image. Or you can have a image based quiz also, or maybe match the following also, or maybe fill in the blanks based on image. Up to us how much we can go. Interactive videos where a video is playing. I will show you one video. Video is playing, suddenly it will pause itself. Now either the further explanation or revision content will appear as an image or text, or there will be a question. You have to answer, click the answer, the video will start playing. So that's interactive video, and it is possible for all of you to create it. हम लोग करेंगे, सब करेंगे आज. मैं बताऊंगी भी नहीं. मेरी information लीक हो जाएगी. Okay, so interactive ebooks, as I said, I will show you, I'll try to show you if that platform is working now. Specific the interactive ones. Interactive polls, Mentimeter, Padlet, one more is there. I'm forgetting them. There are many, so you can use that for polling only. Then interactive surveys. Google Forms is a simple example which sir wanted to give, but he somehow could not give. He could not recall the name. So these are the variety of interactivities. So interactivity is also not limited to the quizzes. You drag, you match the following or MCQ or single choice question. No, it is also beyond that. True and false or fill in the blanks, it's beyond that. But of course we start from the beginning, initial. We initiate, then you keep exploring new things, you keep learning.
Ma'am, drag and drop activities come under
Interactive quiz. Because drag and drop is again question and answer, match the following. Up to us how we are using it, mostly it is that. मैम मेरा सेशन 3:15 तक है, 3:30 तक है अभी. ओके, थोड़ा पेस अप करेंगे हम लोग. दिस इज द सॉफ्टवेयर मैम, आप भूल रहे थे. So it's not the one software, but this is the, again, it has got a lot part as open source, but we need a platform to host it. There is a problem of hosting it. Why? Because when you create content, when I'm saying H5P, if you want to make a video interactive, you can imagine the cloud space it needs. The payment is there only for that space. Or you have your own website and you can host it there if you have the space. The software itself is free, and if you go to many online course platforms also, you'll find out this very platform integrated, because the backend here is free, but whatever content, even if I want to upload an image, where should I upload it? I need to have some space. So that space has to be, hosting space has to be given to it. Now coming to the stages. Forget it. We'll do it here. Very simple. There are, for any content, you write. आप टीचर्स हो, कुछ लिखते हो, लेसन प्लान लिखते हो, क्या स्टेज होती है उसकी?
First name of the topic.
First we decide the topic. Okay. हम लोग step wise चलते हैं. No problem, no hurry. ऐसा भी नहीं, हम जल्दी कर लेंगे इसको. We have decided the topic. After that, objectives, learning outcomes. क्यों बनाते हैं हम? क्योंकि हम अचीव करेंगे. अगर लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव है तो लर्नर भी फिक्स्ड है हमारा. ऐसा तो नहीं है छठी वाला लेसन प्लान 8वीं में लगा देंगे.
First with class, then topic,
पहले ये
objectives.
हाँ, वही इसीलिए मैं देखो कूदना पड़ा वापस से. तो सबसे पहले जब टॉपिक सिलेक्ट किया, कहीं ना कहीं हमारी क्लास हम मान के चल रहे हैं इसको पढ़ाते हैं, इसलिए आपने मेंशन नहीं किया. सो द लेवल ऑफ लर्नर. सो लर्नर इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट हियर. लर्नर कौन है? लर्नर मैं भी हूँ, लर्नर आप भी हो. तो इसको हम बोलते हैं टारगेट ऑडियंस. अगर मैं ई कंटेंट, वीडियो रिसोर्स, ऑडियो रिसोर्स में आ जाऊं तो हम बोलते हैं टारगेट ऑडियंस, टारगेट ग्रुप. उसकी एज क्या है, उसका बैकग्राउंड क्या है. मान लीजिए आपने बनाना है, यू वांट टू क्रिएट एन ई रिसोर्स, एनी ई रिसोर्स फॉर अ अर्बन चाइल्ड. यू आर यूजिंग वेरी सिंपल इंग्लिश, but the child is learning in maybe in some good English medium school. He will make fun of us. Of course they can access it. Some student will be there also, will there be also that who will not understand hi-fi English. But we have to cater to the background of my learner. What is the language fluency? We can use simple language for everyone if we are targeting. Like in Swayam, we will have a moderate language. We will not go very tough, will not go very simple, because the level is 11th, 12th also. Then their background, we will choose examples according to that. Again, in KVS it is not possible for you to choose example for one area, because KVS is working for the whole India. Then you have to have at least 2-3 example covering, representing at least awareness of the. Earlier हम लोग एक example देते थे that in Kashmir if we give example of railways it is not suitable, but now it is. They have not seen it and they were not coming out, but now it has become global village. We have seen everything. Momos हर जगह मिलते हैं ना? सबने momos देखे हैं? So that's the global village. Earlier it was very difficult to think. तो पहला है हमारा topic which is called idea generation. अगर वीडियो है तो आइडिया जनरेशन दैट हाउ वी विल प्रोसीड इनटू इट. Target group, background from every perspective, from language, from social background, so that we can connect more to the learner. In KVS, we know which kind of learners are coming. We all know. So we can focus that. In Sarvodaya Vidyalaya, different genre is coming. We can focus, if we are creating content for them, we can focus on that. So that should be in our mind that what we are working for. Once this is done, learning objectives are done, learning outcomes are done. Now next step. Duration. How much long? Now this again is very important, especially in case of e-content. Physically the class can be of 40 minutes, but a video cannot be of 40 minutes. Because how much interesting you make it, it will become boring after some time. So when you are talking about e-content, whether it is e-text, it cannot be very long. If it is very long, either you have to make 2 e-content so that they have the breathing space. Okay, this is over. We have achievement motivation. I have done one. Okay, so that you have to take care. Otherwise, one longer text, they will read it. The learner or I will read it. But what will happen after a certain time? I will be just doing the passive reading. As many images you add doesn't matter. So, make the duration, consider it very important. Okay, done. Next step.
Strategies to achieve the learning outcomes.
Sorry?
Strategies.
Strategies. Yes, this is also pre-development. For example, text or video. You have decided you are going to create a text. But text can be written in many forms. It can be just information blast. It can be presented as a story. It can be presented as a dialogue. The same can be done in the video. So you have to decide that also. That's the, in class there is a teaching strategy. In here there is a presentation style. Whether you talk about audio, you can conduct an interview if it's a higher class. That's a presentation style. You can have a talk if it's a senior class, but you should have a story if it's a junior class. You should have a colorful visuals, more images. Text also should be bigger in size for junior classes. See how small things are, but the planning is there. This is the second stage. In the first itself, if we try to categorize, we have covered 4 or 5 points. We have decided we want to make a text material or video material. We have decided the format, presentation format or presentation style. We are going to do an interview. We are going to do a mix of it. We can do a mix also. आपने videos देखे होंगे जहाँ पहले narration आती है फिर dialogues आते हैं. That's a mix. Magazine पढ़ी है सबने? क्या होता है magazine में? ये आप लोग किस पेज से पढ़ते हो? पहला वर्ड आता है इसका फिर आप ओके यस कवर पेज हो गया इंडेक्स बोलते जाओ जल्दी बहुत सारी मैगजीन में इमेजेस होती हैं टेक्स्ट एडिटोरियल आर्टिकल्स फोटोग्राफ्स तो हो गया इंफोग्राफिक्स रेफरेंस मैगजीन में रेफरेंसेस भी होते हैं मुझे मैसेज रिपीट कर लो वो तो हो गया
Even current affairs also.
करंट अफेयर्स कुछ नया बोलो ना लेटर्स इंटरव्यूज
प्रेस रिलीज गेम्स भी होते हैं ना
सो बेसिकली हाँ गेम्स सो मैं ये इसलिए नहीं कह रही हूँ कि आप कुछ भी बोलते जाइए बट हम जब मैगजीन खोलते हैं चाहे आप न्यूज बेस्ड उठा लीजिए चाहे आप ग्रह शोभा टाइप उठा लीजिए चाहे चंपक उठा लीजिए मैं ऑडियंस की बात कर रही हूँ उनके अकॉर्डिंग द वीक में उठाएंगे आप द वीक मैगजीन न्यूज फर्स्ट पेज इज मोस्टली एडिटोरियल जो कवर पेज है उस पे कवर स्टोरी का एक थीम होगा कि क्या है इसके अंदर मेजर कवर्स APJ अब्दुल कलाम की जब डेथ हुई थी वो मैगजीन अभी तक मेरे पास पड़ी है। आई डोंट नो, आई कांट थ्रो इट, मुझे लगता है उनकी स्टोरी में से कुछ निकल के आएगा मेरे लिए। सो कवर स्टोरी, मेजर एजेंडा कवर्ड इन दैट मैगजीन, बट बिफोर दैट देयर इज अ editorial, not editorial, I'll say letter from editor, then we have letter from readers also, then we somehow move to the cover story. Once the cover story is over, we have few more major stories or incidences. If I go to Champak, then there is a cover story, a major story, then we have some drawing pratiyogita, we have some games, पहेलियां, चुटकुले सब होते हैं ना, सबने देखे हैं ना? यही है मैगजीन। क्या हम इसको टेक्स्ट फॉर्मेट में या वीडियो में उतार सकते हैं? हम कर, अगर आपको याद हो बहुत पहले एक कार्यक्रम आता था चित्रहार, गानों के साथ साथ कमेंट्री भी रहती थी, या अभी के FM के प्रोग्राम्स को अगर हम देखें, गानों के साथ साथ एक इंफॉर्मेशन और कमेंट्री या कोई न्यूज चल रही है, कोई एजेंडा चल रहा है, वो भी डिस्कस हो रहा है। सिमिलर चीज हम उसको एजुकेशनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में भी ला सकते हैं। आप इमेजिन करिए कोई एक टॉपिक, पार्ट ऑफ फ्लावर्स, साइंस का है, आपने उसके ऊपर एक कविता लिखी, वो लैंग्वेज का हो गया, उसी से रिलेटेड कोई आपने मैथमेटिकल वो निकाल लिया, उसकी डायमेंशन या उसमें एंगल या सर्कल कुछ भी, मैथ्स आ गया, टाइप ऑफ फ्लावर कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, वहां की ज्योग्राफी आ गई, हिस्ट्री कर सकते हैं कि कब से हमने फ्लावर्स को बहुत करीब से, मतलब हिस्ट्री हम वैसे नहीं कर पाएंगे फ्लावर्स की, बट उसका कुछ ना कुछ कि कहाँ से हिस्टोरिकल यूज ज्यादा आया, किस चीज में आया, हम वो देख सकते हैं। सो आपने क्या किया, इंटीग्रेटेड लर्निंग इन मैगजीन फॉर्मेट। सेम सब्जेक्ट भी कर सकते हैं, बट दिस इज एक्सट्रीम, आई एम गिविंग यू एग्जांपल दैट हाउ वी कैन डू. We have been talking about integrated learning since so many years. So this is all is the pre-planning or pre-development stage. In the development stage, you are going to actually write the content. जो lesson plan का actual part है, आप कौन सा lesson plan का format 6E, 5E या heuristic जो भी follow कर रहे हैं उसके हिसाब से आप अपना lesson plan बनाएंगे। उसके अंदर क्या होगा, आपकी कुछ एक्सप्लेनेशन होगी, कहीं पे असेसमेंट होगी, कहीं पे आप एक टीचिंग एड दिखाने का होगा, भले ही हम रेगुलरली उतना नहीं कर रहे होंगे, बट कुछ ना कुछ एलिमेंट्स जो हैं सेम हम लोग यहाँ पे उसको, जब हमारा मेन कंटेंट चालू होगा, मान लीजिए हमने टेक्स्ट बनाया तो हमने टेक्स्ट लिखना शुरू किया, अब हमें लगा इसमें एक इमेज होनी चाहिए, तो एक इमेज हमने उसकी ढूंढी या क्लिक की, अगर हमने इमेज को ढूंढा तो उसका रिसोर्स जरूर कॉपी करिए, कहाँ से लिया आपने। अगर आपने क्लिक की, सेल्फ क्लिक हो सकता है। अगर आपको लगा इसके अंदर कोई एक चार्ट की जरूरत है या कोई एक माइंड मैप है जो हेल्प कर सकता है, आप खुद ही समराइज करना चाह रहे हैं, आप वो ऐड कर सकते हैं, खुद बना सकते हैं, ड्रॉ करके फोटो खींच के लगा सकते हैं। इनिशियल स्टेज में हम कैसे भी उसको बढ़ा सकते हैं, धीरे धीरे हम एक नया टूल लाएंगे, नया सॉफ्टवेयर सीखेंगे, एंड देन वी विल बी एबल टू डेवलप इट। दिस इज द डेवलपमेंट स्टेज। देन कम्स द पोस्ट डेवलपमेंट। पोस्ट डेवलपमेंट एक्चुअली इन द वीडियो हम लोग वो जो इमेजेस हमने ढूंढी वो सारी एडिट में ऐड होती हैं, बस सिंस राइट नाउ हम लोग टेक्स्ट का एग्जांपल ले रहे हैं तो पैरेलल हमारा पोस्ट डेवलपमेंट भी चल रहा है। बट जब हम वीडियो शूट करते हैं तो डेवलपमेंट इज द शूटिंग टाइम, कलेक्टिंग रिसोर्सेज, इमेजेस क्लिक करनी है, सब क्लिक किया, बाद में उनका कंपाइलेशन अलग से होता है। वहां पे थोड़ा सा क्योंकि टेक्निकल ज्यादा चीजें हैं तो हमें, आप लोग वो सीखेंगे सब कुछ, ट्यूटोरियल का आपका जब सेशन होगा तो आप पूरा सीखेंगे। तो यहाँ पे हमने उनको कंपाइल किया, अगर हम इन टेक्स्ट में है हमने उसको रिव्यू किया, खुद रिव्यू किया, अपने कोलीग से रिव्यू करवाया। रिव्यू इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। रिव्यू शुड बी डन फ्रॉम फर्स्ट स्टेज, क्या मैं ठीक हूँ शुरू में। अगर रिव्यू फर्स्ट स्टेज से होगा तो क्या होगा, चांसेस ऑफ गेटिंग रॉन्ग विल बी लेस। अब आपने यहाँ पे कंटेंट रिव्यू किया, फीडबैक लिया, एक्सपर्ट से टेस्टिंग भी कर सकते हैं आप। आपने उस लेवल ऑफ लर्नर को एक दो या छोटे ग्रुप को पढ़वाया उसको। अभी हमें लग रहा है कि क्या जरूरत है, हम तो रोज क्लास में पढ़ाते हैं, हो ही जाएगा। बट In the online mode, how learner perceives is different. क्योंकि वहां पे उसका सिर्फ सेल्फ मोटिवेशन काम कर रहा है. आप ही बताइए, आपको मैं बहुत अच्छी पीडीएफ दूंगी, आप सारे रिसोर्सेज ले जाएंगे मुझसे, कितने लोग खोलेंगे ये आप खुद बताइएगा. मुझसे बोलेंगे पीपीटी दे दीजिए मैम या ये दे दीजिए, हम खुद करते हैं ना, गए सब ले आए, घर जाके एक बार नहीं देखते. तो सेल्फ मोटिवेशन बहुत कम है. तो इसीलिए अगर हम उसका रिव्यू लेंगे तो चांसेस है कि हम उसको ऐसा एनहांस कर सके कि कोई उसे पढ़े. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट दैट वी डू दैट आल्सो. नाउ अब बात आती है क्वालिटी की. हमने सारे पॉइंट्स डिस्कस किए हैं, पर अब हम इसको क्वालिटी के लेवल पे डिस्कस करेंगे. टारगेट ग्रुप पे अगर देखते हैं तो वही है, एज ग्रुप, प्रीवियस नॉलेज, बैकग्राउंड, हमने सारी बात की. ये सब एनसीईआरटी की वेबसाइट पे है. दिस पैरामीटर्स इज इन कंप्लीटली ई कंटेंट डेवलपमेंट की बुक है, उसमें सब कुछ है. कंटेंट, अब आप टीचर हैं, क्या कंटेंट गलत देना ठीक होगा? अभी सर ने जब इधर से विकिपीडिया की बात की, मैंने रोका ना. क्यों? क्योंकि हमें एक्यूरेसी देखनी है. तेलंगाना अगर अलग हुआ आंध्रा से, उसी दिन हमारा मैप चेंज होना है. तो दैट मीन्स हमारे को पता है मैप चेंज हो सकता है. तो आप जब भी मैप लें, पहली चीज किसी गवर्नमेंट वेबसाइट से लें, उसकी डेट जरूर डालें कि एज ऑन दिस डेट दिस मैप वाज एप्लीकेबल, क्योंकि डेटा कोई भी रोज बदल रहा है. सो एक्यूरेसी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन कंटेंट. आप टीचर होके क्यों कंटेंट बनाएंगे? यूट्यूब पे तो सब पढ़ा ही है, क्यों जरूरत है हमें? क्योंकि वहां हमें पता नहीं है क्या सही है और क्या गलत है. एक स्टूडेंट आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर सकता. तो इसीलिए वो कंटेंट एक्यूरेसी, कंटेंट रेलेवेंस, कंटेंट नॉलेज इज इंपॉर्टेंट हियर. द नेक्स्ट इज पेडागोजिकल कंसीडरेशन, जो हमने डिस्कस किया कि कैसे हम पढ़ाएंगे, स्ट्रेटेजी सारी, वो सारी आपकी यहाँ में. क्या मेथड होगा डिलीवरी का, कौन सी अप्रोच हम क्लास में यूज करेंगे, क्या मीडिया हम यूज करेंगे, प्रेजेंटेशन बनाएंगे या कोई फ्लिप चार्ट लेके आएंगे, क्या लेके आएंगे, वो सब यहाँ डिस्कस होगा. बट उसकी अगेन इसको क्वालिटी से देखना है हमें. हमने एक्यूरेसी की बात की, कंटेंट की नहीं. तो हम क्वालिटी एनहांस करें. इमेज अगर आपने कहीं से ली है, उसकी देखिए कि कहीं ऐसा नहीं है आपकी प्रिंटिंग में जाते जाते वो फट जाए, कुछ दिखे ही ना. दैट इज क्वालिटी. देन प्रेजेंटेशन, आपने बहुत अच्छा टेक्स्ट बनाया पर उसका कलर ऐसा रखा कि नहीं रीडेबल है, या फिर उसका साइज इतना छोटा है कि नहीं रीडेबल है, बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेन पड़ रहा है. वो आपको सारे पार्ट्स का यहाँ पे ध्यान रखना. तो ये यही खत्म नहीं होता. इस डिजाइन इज गोइंग बियॉन्ड दैट. हम लोग वो पॉइंट डिस्कस करें जिससे हमें बहुत जल्दी समझ में आता है कि क्या करना है इसके अंदर. अगर मैं इसके अंदर देखूं, एस्थेटिक्स, ब्यूटिफिकेशन भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. लिटरेसी एंड सोशल वैल्यूज, motivation, universal design of learning. When we are talking about digital content, उसका साइज इतना होना चाहिए कि सब पढ़ सके. वीडियो है तो उसमें सबटाइटल्स होने चाहिए जो विजुअली, अगर मान लीजिए जो नहीं सुन पा रहे हैं वो देख, मैक्सिमम इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो. सबका तो नहीं हो सकता एक में, बट वी ट्राई फॉर मैक्सिमम इन्वॉल्वमेंट. वो सारे कंपोनेंट्स हमारे आए. टेक्निकल पैरामीटर्स फॉर ऑडियो एंड वीडियो आर कि विजुअल्स क्लियर हो, समझ में आ रही हो, ऑडियो बहुत क्लियर हो, म्यूजिक ओवर लाउड ना हो कि हमारा कंटेंट खो जाए. वो सारी चीजें, ऑल दैट विल कम इनटू टेक्निकल पैरामीटर्स. लास्ट इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कंसीडरेशंस. क्या आएगा उसमें? क्या कंसीडर करेंगे आप? एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, feasibility, permission. I made a very good program, very fantastic program. Yes, मैंने वो स्कूल में लेके गई, लैपटॉप भी लेके गई कि प्ले करूंगी. वहां जाके पता चला इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ही नहीं है. फिजिबिलिटी, एक और बताती हूँ इसका एक्सट्रीम एग्जांपल. आपने बहुत ही अल्टीमेट प्रोग्राम बनाया, मैम गुड मॉर्निंग. अल्टीमेट प्रोग्राम बनाया, कोई माइंड नहीं करेगा इसको बिल्कुल भी, मैं बिल्कुल कहीं पर्सनल वो नहीं कर रही हूँ. आपने बहुत ही अच्छा प्रोग्राम बनाया, कंटेंट इज वेल कवर्ड इन दैट, बट स्टूडेंट्स आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एनीथिंग. क्यों? लैंग्वेज भी ठीक है मैं पीछे वाली रो से पूछूंगी। सर आप लैपटॉप ऑन कर दीजिए ना, क्या फायदा फिर मेरे यहाँ आने का, लैपटॉप पे सब अवेलेबल है।
टारगेट ऑडियंस को ध्यान में रखकर नहीं बनाया।
वो भी है, परफेक्ट है,
इंटरेक्टिव नहीं है,
इंटरेक्टिव भी है, वो भी है, बताओ क्यों?
एज रेलेवेंस।
अब उनको सवाल ही नहीं पता, प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मुझे देख रहे हैं कि खो क्या रहेगा। मैंने पूछा सर एक बहुत अच्छा रिसोर्स है, परफेक्टली मेड, पर बच्चे उसको नहीं समझ पा रहे, क्यों?
एक्सेंट अलग है,
करंट नहीं होगा।
हाँ जी, लेवल में भी है,
पढ़ नहीं पा रहे, मजा नहीं आ रहा हमको, पढ़ नहीं पा रहे, मैम एक्सेसिबल
इंटरेस्ट कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो जाएगा, किसी और जगह जा सकते हैं।
कल्चरल रेलेवेंस नहीं,
थोड़ा बहुत इनमें से सही है पर मोस्टली सब गलत है। अगर मान लीजिए वो वीडियो इतना इंटरेस्टिंग है कि हम वीडियो में खो गए, कंटेंट पे ही ध्यान नहीं दिया, ये भी होता है।
हाँ ये भी होता है, ये तो होता
कि हम ओवरब्लोन हो जाते हैं फ्रॉम द टाइप ऑफ कंटेंट कि हमारा मेन कंटेंट से फोकस हट जाता है। हमारे साथ बहुत बार होता है कि फिल्म के सीन में घूम गए और डायलॉग मिस हो गया, ये बहुत होता है, तो हमें इसका भी ध्यान रखना है, समझे? वापस आगे सारे ओके। सो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव में, हाँ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव में एक बहुत बड़ा कंपोनेंट ये है that you made choose a topic, आपने किया, उस पे बहुत एफर्ट लगाया, बहुत फंड्स लगाए, रिसोर्सेज लगाए, पर is it feasible to use that much funds on this simple topic? कोई डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक में तो एक्स्ट्रा टेक्नोलॉजी लगाना जरूरी है, जो एब्स्ट्रैक्ट है या कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, कॉम्प्लेक्स है, बट फॉर अ सिंपल सब्जेक्ट, सिंपल टॉपिक, वी कैन यूज सिंपल मेथड आल्सो, क्योंकि फिर वो फंड अगर यहाँ यूज हो गए तो जब डिफिकल्टी आएगी तब हम क्या यूज करें? दिस इज आल्सो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। क्या आपने सारा फंड वहां लगा दिया, बाकी सारी दुनिया बैठी अब? तो हमें ये देखना है कि किस टॉपिक के ऊपर हमें उसको इतना ज्यादा एफर्ट देने की जरूरत है, किसको हम सिंपली प्रेजेंट करें तो भी समझ में आ सकता है। सिंपल प्रेजेंटेशन ब्लैक बोर्ड टीचिंग भी काम करती है ना, वैसे ही है ये भी। हमें हर बार जरूरी नहीं है कि हम उसको बहुत फैंसी करें, कभी कभी हमें जरूरत है कि हम AR लाएं, VR लाएं, हमेशा जरूरत नहीं है। एक सिंपल वीडियो, एक सिंपल ऑडियो भी काम करेगा, एक सिंपल इमेज या टेक्स्ट भी काम करेगा। यू हैव टू सी दैट। फंड्स को हमें जुडिशियसली यूज करना है, ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें बोला वीडियो बनाओ और मुझे तो अवार्ड लेना है तो मैं वही बनाऊं, नहीं। प्लीज रेफर टू द टॉपिक, रेफर टू द लर्नर, रेफर टू द गैप। गैप कैसे ब्रिज हो सकता है वो देखना है, ठीक है? मुझे बीच बीच में वो सब करना पड़ता है, नहीं तो आप लोग सो जाते हैं। सो यहाँ पे कुछ टूल्स हमारे आपके सामने हैं। दिस इज जस्ट वन लिस्ट विच वी आर, they are easily available to us, mostly for, free and open source। free and open source सबको पता है क्या होता है? क्लियर है ना? हाँ, तो वर्ड प्रोसेसर हमें पता है, सबके पास अवेलेबल है। जिम इज फॉर इमेज एंड ग्राफिक्स, इन्फोग्राफिक्स के लिए कैनवा है सबसे इजी हमारे रेंज में। देन वी हैव ऑडेसिटी फॉर ऑडियो। ऑडेसिटी इज अ वेरी गुड, वेरी perfect software for audio editing. OpenShot video editor. Then we have more also in FOSS, also 2-3 more. KDN Live I think is also there. Interactive video we can make through right now H5P, which is open source. But if we have some kind of membership or some kind of available other software, we can use them also. Animation, Scratch. Scratch is basically a programming tool, but it is very good for learning basic animation. Or even in animation we have a variety. So we have stop motion animation also, which is online mobile app. You can do a stop motion animation using drawing and different things in physical, and you can keep clicking the pictures to create that animation. Simulation, we have pet simulation, but we have more different subject wise available for across the levels also. We can refer to them. Then virtual labs, the one hosted by Government of India, are free to us, almost open source to us. We can it's available on Diksha also, and otherwise also we can use them. Virtual labs, open O labs, These are the two versions which are available. Now, in the freemium and premium, we can go as much as we want to. If we have some membership, sometimes schools have their own memberships, we can use those softwares and applications also. But this is at least the basic available to us here. Now, interaction in online course. We talked about resources. Here, interaction was possible face to face. But not every video can be interactive video, not every text can be interactive. How we are going to interact with the learners in the online course? कैसे interact कर सकते? Quizzes से interact
में जब बीच में वो असेसमेंट का आता है जब तक वो मैच द फॉलोइंग को ठीक ना करे वो आगे हम उसको कंटिन्यू नहीं कर सकते.
हाँ वो है. पर अगर मान लो as a course learner you have a question, how will you deal it? Discussion rooms, discussion forums. That is the most important tool in the Swayam MOOCs. Now what is the purpose? That I as an instructor can lead a discussion, or a learner will have a question and he can put forward the question, and not just me but the friends, the peers can answer them also. So we are not waiting for one person to answer. Discussion forum is a beautiful forum that without knowing who's there, we are getting the answers. So it's, of course, we can use it through different devices. It is easily accessible to us, and we can have all kind of discussion on that forum. We can also share, if the platform allows, the images also for explaining something. At least we can give links for further exploration to our peers or to our learners also. So this can be initiated and used in a fruitful way, but it is not used. I've been working on a platform which is MOOCkit, which is also for online courses by IIT Kanpur. Discussion forums, a very good platform, but used for vague things, not for very important things, but it can be used. This is what I have personally seen. And this is up to an instructor to make it active. Because if we depend that learners will do it, they will not do it. If you keep posting every week one question, not every day, every week also, they will keep giving answer whenever they will join. This will engage them in the course also. So, to make the course going, because registration in online courses is much higher than the completion. To make it, reach it to maximum, for maximum people to reach it to the end, is important that we keep them engaged through different media. So we used to do, if you are planning a new platform, we used to do in MOOCkit weekly webinar through Zoom. Somebody said Zoom, I think. No? Why? Because even if only very less participants are joining, we are uploading that video also. That is becoming a good resource. But there we are directly handling the questions of the learners. And they are finally seeing face to face their instructors in real time. So synchronous communication if possible. If not, this is the asynchronous. You have posted a question, I have seen it after 2 days, I will answer. So that is asynchronous. But at least you are getting answer, the engagement is going on. But instructor at least has to see it on a daily basis so that he can or she can facilitate the learning process. हम लोग स्टूडेंट्स को भी तो बोलते हैं ना स्टाफ रूम में आके एक्स्ट्रा पूछ लो. अभी जैसे 10th में होता है क्या कि वीक स्टूडेंट की अभी एक्स्ट्रा क्लासेस चालू होंगी, वो सब इज व्हाट दिस एक्स्ट्रा अटेंशन, एक्स्ट्रा एंगेजमेंट विद द लर्नर. सो वही सेम चीज हमें we need to understand that how we can make this online course as the course in the classroom. So you have to utilize it in that way. Now you can see the use. We can use it for evaluation. Evaluation is happening. I told this in the beginning that make a flow chart of this week's content and put it. Evaluation. Continuation. We have already discussed. All the content, knowledge and everything can be discussed here. Yes, ma'am. Okay, just 2 minutes. Can? हाँ मुझे पता है. मैं I want to go to the practical then. So ये भी हमने almost discuss कर लिया है. Synchronous क्या है कि we are available in real time. Asynchronous is the discussion forum. In discussion forum also you can sometime in a week maybe fix up a time that maximum people can come on that time. That you put a question, they say yes, no, or whichever answer you want. You try to make it synchronous even if it is not. See, a platform is there. Exploitation is to be done by the user.
YouTube क्लास में लाइव क्लास में एक YouTube लाइव क्लास में कोई एजुकेटर जो है टीचिंग दे रहे हैं, वहीं पे कमेंटर्स जो है कमेंट्स करके क्वेश्चन क्वेरी कर रहे हैं, तो वहाँ पे तो उनको मतलब इजी नहीं होता है कि उसको आंसरिंग करें. क्या ये सिंक्रोनस में जाएगा ना एसिंक्रोनस?
वो नॉर्मली एसिंक्रोनस होता है इवन इफ इट इज लाइव, बट अगर जैसे हम एनसीईआरटी का लाइव जाता है यूट्यूब से, आप सबने देखा होगा या सुना होगा एटलीस्ट, तो क्या होता है हमारे पास एक एंकर है who can combine the question. Similar question आते हैं क्योंकि आपने 2 लाइन पढ़ाया तो उसी से आएगा. So he combines the question that ये 3 लोगों का ये question है and you answer it. That's synchronous. Up to us that individually it is not easy for us to answer at that very point. But if we have a support, we can do it. Otherwise, we can later on in comments answer them. That is asynchronous. Whenever it is happening in real time, it is synchronous. So now we are taking the example. So example we have already done parallelly that for teaching any subject, we can take the example that what we are going to cover, content, how we are going to teach. You can use your subject to think about it and create an example of it. So that you are aware that this is possible in your subject. Mostly example is used there only so that as a teacher, sometimes we have the inhibition that language में नहीं होगा या civics में नहीं होगा या इसमें. So then if we use the example, it becomes easy for us to later on integrate it. So mostly we have now discussed. Supported learning also we have discussed. So now, okay, fine. We'll wind up this session. In the next session, we are going to do some hands-on. One of the tools we are going to take and create one e-content. Video will be covered, so I am not taking video. Images, because Canva you mentioned that you are using. So again, जो आपको आता है उसको बोल के कोई फायदा नहीं है मुझे. We will take some other applications so that हो सकता है एक तो लोगों को आता भी हो, but yes, we'll try to take some other applications so that you can use it later on to make new type of contents. Now we'll go for tea. Okay, ma'am? मैंने comment किया था 2 मिनट में खत्म करके. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed and you learned.